JT, what words of wisdom have you got to share with us in closing?
I'm going to recommend a book.
Fine, please do.
If someone wants to have a book which isn't technical but which is in depth on who Jesus is, the book is called Putting Jesus in His Place. There's two authors, one which is difficult to spell and the other is Bowman, B-O-W-M-A-N. So Putting Jesus in His Place. Ask in your local bookshop. It's a very, very good book. One of those passages in the New Testament which promotes worship of Jesus. I mentioned it earlier on. I'd just like to read part of it. It says, we pray, it says, being strengthened with all power according to His glorious might, so that you may have great endurance, patience, and joyfully giving thanks to the Father, who has qualified you to share in the inheritance of the saints in the kingdom of light. For He has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son He loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. He is the image of the invisible God. He is the firstborn over all creation, for by Him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things were created by Him and for Him. He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together, and He is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning and the firstborn from among the dead, so that in everything He might have the supremacy. For God was pleased to have all His fullness dwell in Him, and through Him to reconcile to Himself all things, whether things on earth or things in heaven, by making peace through His blood shed on the cross. If that's not awesome, I don't know what is.
And that's Colossians chapter 1.
It's Colossians chapter 1.
Yeah.
Glorious.
And it really goes to the heart of one of the things we've tried to say today. Yes, you can get so tied up with this doctrine of the Trinity and getting it all right and dot the I's and cross the T's.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's the heart worship, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It is. And I've talked about this worship imperative, this honour imperative. And for those who are listening who are from an anti or non-Trinitarian background, I would urge you, just follow your heart, follow Jesus, and let Him and the Scriptures take you where that takes you. And you're going to come a lot closer to us than you are now. So you take the journey, you know.
Yeah.
And for those who are Christians already, if you're a thinking person, do a little bit more thought. Throw aside the wrong ideas that Christians have, which often downplay the humanity of Jesus. But in your worship, allow the understanding that you have and will gain of Jesus to enrich what you say. This title, Jesus is Lord, it's not a little thing. I used to think, Jesus is God is far more important. No, it's so rich, it's huge, it's enormous, that He is the Lord. He is Yahweh, and we will bow the knee and worship Him. And when we worship Jesus, the word for worship is proskuneo, and it means to bow the knee and kiss the hand. So can you just imagine, as we worship, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We bow the one who is to be worshipped.
JT, bless you for today. JT will be back in the new year. We'll be looking at other things. If you need to contact us, phone the office. Glad to follow up afterwards. See you next week, and may the Lord really reveal Himself to you during this week. Bye for now.